Good morning, welcome to Planet Mojo. Today I'm going to finish insulating this trench here and get it backfilled. I've already been working out here for, I don't know, maybe a half hour, and hey, get out of there! Those are the ends for my probe that's down in there. The cat could have just ate those right off if I wasn't watching. I'm gonna have to protect those. Wow, didn't know I would have to do that. But anyways, this bucket was filled, with about that much gravel, and I ran out of gravel. I normally fill these all the way up, and you can see that on yesterday's video with that bucket right there. But I got to thinking last night, that's not going to have any insulation value, and I would need to put a bunch of insulation above the bucket if I do that. So what I did is started cutting these discs. I used another bucket to trace onto the foam here. And you can see this one, I went a little bit smaller because they're getting tighter and tighter, and I can't fit any more in there now. There's 5 layers in there. So what I'm going to do is get some bits and pieces in there and then fill the rest of that bucket with this Great Stuff big gap filler. We have a bunch of this left over from when we did the addition there. I'm going to fill it to the top, and I'm going to cut out one more disc. This one doesn't have to be round. I'm going to cut a disc, fairly good size, and put a hole in it, split it in half, put a hole in it. And once I fill this to the top, I'm going to put that over the top of it and weight it down with some rocks. And hopefully the Great Stuff will seal to the bottom. I can fill in the cracks and stuff, and hopefully it'll be watertight. It really doesn't matter if it's watertight or not, but that's what I'm shooting for. So what I got to do now is fill the rest of this trench up to that layer that has 2 layers of foam in it. Then I can complete this stuff. I keep forgetting to film here, so show you what I've done. All I did was take the scraps from cutting the other stuff, got them fitted into kind of a pattern here. I'm going to fill all the gaps with that big gap filler, and then I'm going to see if this one fits right over the top of it, and I'll put that one on right away and then put some rocks on it. And then once this stuff sets up a bit, I'll take the rocks off and then fill the rest of it. Once I open one of these cans, I need to use the whole thing, so I'll just put some around that foam over there and in that opening back there and here and there until that can's gone. I have like 8 cans of this stuff, so no worries there. All right, let me cut this out. We'll see how it fits and then hopefully get right to the foaming. Okay, that's good enough for now. I think when I open the next can, I'm going to put some more right in that area because it looks like it's going to collect water the way it is. And I'd kind of like that to be like a round dome on top of there. Now, what I got to do is start backfilling. This right here, this line right here is the front of the block wall. So the back of the block wall is right here. So I need to protect these pipes right here big time. So what I'm going to do is get that backfilled, and then I'm going to peel away some of this dirt right here. I need to get some insulation in here vertically. Then I need to cover the top of this stuff. Once the block wall's in place and this stone is out of here, I'm going to backfill a bit with sand, and I'm going to put some angled insulation going, probably 20 feet that way. Okay, let me start recording some of this before I get too far ahead of myself. I ran to the store and forgot to start recording when I got back. So what I have here, this is the water main. It goes into the side of the hill and kind of dives down, and the back of the wall is like right here. So I need at least 3 layers of foam vertically where it comes real close to the wall like that, and then 2 layers horizontally. On this side, the wall goes way back to that flag, so we have nearly 6 feet between the wall and the hydrant here, and over 6 feet to the curb stop. The curb stop is not going to freeze up, so I'm not really worried about that, but I'm going to cover it anyways. So I have the wall beneath here. That's 4 layers, and that's on the pipe that goes down into the trench. So I have a cover here, and a couple covers right there for this whole area. What I'm going to do is break out the foam, and I'm going to put foam on top of this, put the first layer down, add a little foam to the top of that like glue, put the second layer down and weight that down. Then I'm going to glue this to this wall right here, fill this gap, fill this back here, get this glued down, and then I'm going to fill around here. Once I'm done with that stuff, I'm going to add another piece of foam back here, add a second layer to this, and then block off around these 2. Then I'm going to work my way that way. I think I'm going to go another 4 feet, and that should do it. Also, while I'm spraying foam, I'm going to finish spraying the top of that. Alright, I just checked the weather forecast, and we're supposed to get thunderstorms overnight and into the morning. I'm going to have to come back and start working on this again tomorrow, but I made real good progress. This is going to harden up overnight, and I'm going to backfill this whole trench, at least part of it. The contractor can fill the rest with his machines. Then I'm going to get back onto this. And what I got to do on this is get the second layer in this area. I just have to come around the corner. So 1 rectangular piece there, and then a filler here. Then I'm going to box in around both of these, fill it with foam, and those should be good. And then in this area, I'm probably going to go about 4 feet. That's what I'm thinking. I want to see where that water line goes, but regardless of where it goes, I'm going to continue with 3 layers of foam along the edge of it, and then 2 on the top of it, just like this. And then, like I said earlier, when he comes and moves the gravel over the top of this stuff, I'm going to have him kind of push it a little bit on a slant like that, and then I'll just put half sheets in here from here on in. The 6 inches of vertical insulation, 3 sheets like that, and the 4 inches of horizontal insulation is equal to more than 6 feet of dirt. So hopefully between the insulation and the sand fill, and then the rest of the fill on top of that, and then 2-foot thick concrete blocks, hopefully that's enough to insulate these water lines so we don't have a problem this winter. As I said before, I don't think we will. We'll see what this looks like tomorrow. But the thing about this pipe right here is that it's the main line for the house, and it has water running through it almost constantly. So once it buries itself into the hill right here, I think it's going to be just fine. It's just this area where it gets real close to the block that I'm worried about. And hopefully I get my temperature sensor. I have a temperature sensor down here, and it comes up to right there. And I ordered a longer one. If it gets here on time, I'll get that in here as well. If it doesn't, oh well. I also need to get the electric conduit through here and the propane line. I can't forget to get that done. So it's going to be 1, maybe 2 more days, and then the contractor is going to come and do all his stuff. And hopefully by then our blocks will be ready and we could start laying blocks. We really can't drill the holes until the blocks are in place, and we can't get the blocks in place until they make the blocks for us. So we're kind of waiting on that as well. But with any luck, I'm not going to be a holdup. Hopefully I can get this done tomorrow, but if it takes 2 days, I don't think the blocks are coming before that, so I don't think I'm going to be holding things up. So if you want to see the rest of this stuff, make sure you subscribe and click on the update icon. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you put them in the comment section below. And if you share the video and or give it a like, it helps the channel out greatly. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.